UFC 281 main event, Adesayna versus Pereira. This was almost as I predicted, except Pereira won. I actually predicted that it will be either Pereira by knockout or Adesayna by decision. And I believe it was going that way until Pereira finished Adesayna at the end of the 5th round. It was absolutely a great fight, and it was as I predicted. Adesayna would be the one to initiate the grappling. But what surprised me was Alex Pereira was so much bigger than Israel Adesayna, so much bigger and so much stronger, and that showed in his weight cut, where he just made weight just 5 minutes before the deadline, which affected his strength in his grappling. You could see him getting out grappled by this smaller opponent, Izzy Adesanya, but you could say Izzy could have had more experience in that field because he's been in the UFC for longer. He's fought better competitors. You can definitely see Alex Pereira has some real strong raw strength power. Every time he hit, it confused Adesanya and it made a thumping noise, and that got Israel Adesanya moving quite a lot. He had lots of head movements, lots of feints. He feinted a lot. The feints were good, but Alex Pereira, every time he fell for his feint, he adjusted. Rather than standing in front of him, he just started attacking, and because he's so powerful, Izzy just had to back up to the corner, and Izzy spent a lot of time in the corner of the cage for some odd reason. I think that was just from the power and size of his opponent. Good thing it was in a cage where there's way more space for him to move around. In the ring, it's a lot more difficult. When you get cornered, it's very difficult to get out. In the first round, there wasn't much happening. There were not much combinations. It was one hit attacks from both fighters. Nothing going much. But like I said, you can tell from the thumps who was hitting a lot harder in the exchanges. But Izzy did in the end of the first round, after a clinch, Israel Adesanya clinched Alex Pereira up, and when they were released, because of the range, I think this was the first time Izzy got into punching range, and he threw a straight and then a right cross, hit Alex in the ear, and he staggered, and then just on the bell, Izzy gives him a left hook which really staggers him. I think if there was another 10-20 seconds left, I think Izzy would have finished him at that point. He was really rocked. In the second round, there was more of the same of the first round, just in more rhythm, more combinations, and Izzy was getting close. He was using his technique where he grabs Alex's arms and just elbows, just grabs him, grabs the hand for hand control. He uses this very well, and Alex did not like that. But again, Izzy was on the cage again. Not sure why he initiated that, because when he got to the cage, he was countering. He was good, but he didn't have to be in that position. Made it more dangerous for him. He avoided all the punches well. Made Alex Pereira cocky, I guess, so he can land his counters, because I think Izzy works well when off like a counter puncher. But the round ends with Alex Pereira doing a single leg takedown at the end of the round. In the third round, Izzy actually takes Alex Pereira down. I think it was the first time he's ever taken anyone down in the UFC. Gets his back and starts giving him ground and pound. So he spends a lot of the time on top, rolling, scrambling. I think at the end of the third round, he gives him a axe kick from above that hits him in the stomach. When it came to the fourth round, the championship rounds, it was clear that Izzy was getting his rhythm, getting his flow. He was moving a lot, switching stances. When he's in the orthodox position, he'll get into the 1-2 and most likely land his cross. And when out in the open, he'll be in southpaw and throwing his round kick to the body, round kick to the head, and sometimes the question mark kick. Not really landing too often, but made Alex Pereira sort of lots of guesswork from him, because he was like switching stances and clinching and going for some grappling as well against the fence. And at this time, Alex Pereira, he was getting tired. He was breathing heavy. He's taken a lot of leg kicks, and he was falling for all the feints. Izzy even level changed quite a few times, and he had some big reactions, and he didn't know what to do. You can tell when he got clinched by Israel Adesayna, he gave him some good punches and good knees, because he was so powerful, but he didn't seem very technical. He just used like brute strength. He's got some really strong attacks at close range, which caused Israel Adesayna very difficulty in the clinch. And in the fifth round, Alex comes out. I think knowing that he was the last round, he knew he got his game on. Obviously, Alex is a veteran in the sport, in combat sports. So even if it's MMA, he knows what to. And he's been grappled. He's already grappled 4 rounds and clinched 4 rounds with Israel. So he knows how strong he is, what his takedown abilities are, how much of a threat all his punches and kicks are. So he went in, and again, Izzy was in the corner, and this time he paid for it. It was a right hook that caught him, staggered him, and then it was another left hook that got him round the guard, and then Alex Pereira just swarmed on him, and you can tell he was rocked, but he seemed stable. He was moving his head. I think he was on autopilot, but he wasn't looking at his opponent. He's already got hit, I would say, over 5 times combination. So referee stopped it at I don't know when, on the halfway through the 5th round. He wasn't too upset. He was upset about it, but he was gracious in his defeat. But what a great fight! Well done to Alex Pereira. His power was just too much. His power and his strength and his size was just too much for Izzy. Izzy did well. His feints, his skill, but he definitely fought a wary fight than he used to. Wasn't as confident. I think Izzy got him guessing, but I think Alex Pereira got him guessing through his power. Izzy was just very elusive, and Alex was very powerful, and he had very good short power. I've heard that Alex wants to run it back again. I think it would be clever in his part, because him fighting all the rest of the division who are very good grapplers, I think it's obvious where his weakness stands. I think if the next fighter fights him, needs to grapple him to beat him. I don't think any of them should stand and trade with him. That would be silly. That's what Sean Strickland did, and that was not great, like I said in my last video. But yes, I predicted Izzy to win by decision, but I did say that if Alex was going to win, he would win by knockout, which he did. And well done to Alex. He fought a well fight. I don't honestly think Izzy could beat him in the second fight, unless Israel Adesayna ups his grappling game by at least 2 to 3 folds. But I think he could do it. But I think definitely bet on Alex next time seeing this fight. Hope you enjoyed this analysis. Let me hear your thoughts in the next video. Safe.